Well, hi everyone. Welcome to Quebec City. The Toronto Maple Leafs, with 3 exhibition games over the course of their last 4 days, will round out the home and home set, if you will, with the Montreal Canadiens. And Joe Bowen, you'll get a chance to call tonight's game yet again, and an opportunity to see a group of Maple Leafs hungry to stay Maple Leafs, bubble guys, if you will, but all deserving a chance to make the big club. The only problem is there's only so many spots left.
Numbers, cap, contracts, a lot of things are going to come into focus here in the last little while, but if you play well enough and the coaching staff thinks that you're the guy, then they'll make adjustments and do some other things. It will be interesting to see what happens here. A lot of talk about fourth line center and various positions like that. Dominic Moore will play tonight. They went out and got a veteran guy last year in Boyle to kind of solidify that and be a penalty killer in that. And I think that's why they went out and got Dominic Moore, which maybe makes the situation for Aaltonen to be that more difficult. He's got to make sure that he plays so much better that that veteran aspect of it doesn't come into play. And that's a tough assignment, I think, under these circumstances, especially with the youth the rest of the way through that forward group.
Questions to be asked and, of course, answered as far as the preseason is concerned for the rest of this preseason, not only up front but on the blue line as well. The Leafs going with 3 defensive pairings here tonight. All 6 of these guys literally competing for the 3rd pairing and perhaps 7th defensive spots. That includes rookie Travis Dermott.
Only a few more games remaining in the preseason. How can you make the most of this opportunity tonight to make an impression?
I mean, you kind of just go out and try to impress by doing whatever you can. You're here for a reason, and they're happy with some style of your game, so you kind of just try to stick to that. Not do too much and just kind of try to limit your mistakes.
Here is the projected lineup for Toronto and Quebec City tonight. Aaltonen, Moore, Fair, and Smith are your centers. Levo and Brown adorning the either wings for Miro Aaltonen. As far as the blue line is concerned, 3 pairings all competing for that final pairing spot with the Maple Leafs when camp breaks on Monday, and that includes Marincin and Hall, Rosen with Dermott, and Borgman playing alongside Connor Carrick. All 3 of these players getting a good look, and for Hall getting a chance to play in his 3rd preseason game. Let's hear from head coach Mike Babcock.
Great intro.
Why is that?
Well, no, we're just practicing. You're going to ask me what's going on in D, what's going on in center. I'm going to say I don't know. I'm going to watch them again.
Which of the 2 final games would you like to have your full lineup?
Well, what's been good is the way we adjusted a few days ago. We got almost our full lineup in a game. Then we were going to practice 3 times with them, and yet we've kind of put the guys that are battling for jobs, and they've been told is they're playing games and they can figure it out. So I don't know anything to tell you except they're going to play and I'm going to watch, and then we're going to do it again and do it another time, and then by then we probably still won't know what's going on, but we'll have to submit a lineup on the day before, I think 23 men, and then over 10 games or so, then we'll probably get it right after that. How's that? So nothing happened.
Tonight's starting goaltenders for the Montreal Canadiens, Carey Price, and for the Maple Leafs, Curtis McElhinney. Both goaltenders expected to go the distance. The backups tonight will be Garrett Sparks and Zach Fucale. And Joe, back here in Quebec City, you are for the first time since March of 1994. The Leafs lost in that particular night 4-1. But generally, what do you remember about coming back to the Quebec capital?
I love the old Colisée. We had a great spot to broadcast from, and it had a lot of atmosphere in it. And unfortunately, hockey has not returned here, even with the new building. I enjoy the history of this city. The Plains of Abraham, the Citadel, everything is very, very unique. And having gone to Paris this year, walking around the streets downtown, it just brought me right back to Paris. It looks so much like a European center, and anybody that comes to visit here, you're really getting a taste of Europe as well as Canada.
Well, great to be back in the Quebec capital. Game time tonight will be 7 o'clock on TSN. Joe and Jim will have the call on radio on TSN 1050. Our pregame show on Leafs TV is set to begin at 6. On behalf of Joe, I'm Paul. We will see you later this evening.